on this bottom lane, factoring in that Yorick. They're just drawing so much attention towards this Elise and Corki. They're shoving waves under, getting positive trades. It's forcing JJ to hover that side to make sure there's no dives from Beichuan. And like you called out, you're just buying more minutes where Bin can just scale along, farm up fine, and become that unstoppable threat. As Beichuan continues to eye this dive, he's cancels back a couple of times, but the waves are thinned out in the moment for Mako and Gala. Still going to get the Vault Breaker through as Mako tries to cover the dive rush. They're going to turn their attention towards Beichuan. He does get root collared up. He gets a shield from his E. Needs to flash. Goes for it very late, but still able to get out to safety. And now they're going to regress for the dive. They have the Elise. Really potent in these dives, being able to drop the aggro, but they'll just take the plate instead and try and walk out. But Dredgeline sinks through for Mako. Here's the Ollie coming across. The stun lock onto the Elise. All didn't even get to go into that repel, and it's disastrous for BLG.
Yeah, the attention does.
And match it across the lanes, but I still think this is a win for IG, knowing that Gala is in a much more commanding spot than Elk. Nonetheless, we're trying to sneak some dragons from Beichuan. Knocking this one down. Mako has not figured it out just yet, and Owen is flashing after Mako to get the Cocoon to lock through. Electrocute, Ignite, more than enough for Elk to get the kill with one more auto. That's Dragon and a kill. Position. There's another Cocoon going to sink here for Owen, and Gala has to pop the barrier and the flash, but guess what? Here's the turn from JJ. Has the Grand Starfall. There's no way out for Elk, so he desperately tries to trade Gala. No siree. Feats of Warfare right on cue as the first ult from Pantheon is pristine.
Yeah, really good answer there from JJ, and that's just something BLG they're going to have to be aware of. They don't have the match for something like that Grand Starfall. So they need to be sure on his location and on goodbye.
Face check. Going to repel the first hook, but the root comes across on the auto from Mako. A couple more slams. The Ignite should do it, but the spear pointed right at Owen's way. And that is a 3-0 Pantheon. IG just as scrappy as game number 2.
Oh, yes. Only saving grace, BLG. He's not going to lose any of that wave. He shows up just in time to collect it all. And Beichuan also, because of that attention there, bottom side, going to have an easy time securing at least one of these grubs. I think he's going to go, I think he can go for 2 and just walk away.
Got top lane prio. There's a wave crashing mid. Just got to be worried about JJ getting close by, but there's no Grand Starfall for now. It's on the timer, and you called it well. He's down. Just going to go for 2.
Oh, I guess they want 3.
Back over. We got Maiden. Owen's here.
Maiden, and they got the wave top side.
The Maiden, unrelenting. He suck powers. Beat down his team member.
That's right. And now Owen is here to make sure that wave gets in, and oh no, the Shy. Fortunately, cannot dodge the Yorkie. So we get punished for it big time. Mako's only here to ensure his top laner can actually collect waves.
Yeah, not get dove into infinity by this point. Gold leads very close though, nonetheless, and a big part of that is these farm leads that both Elk and Bin have started to accrue. So after two games that kind of broke open at this 10-minute point and for clear leads, rather BLG or IG, we are finally somewhat on course for
oh my god,
for those fights.
My god, oh my god. I don't think we are anymore. I think that close game is over now.
Yeah, I slowed down because my eyes were telling me my words were lying to you all. So that is that two different games this series where we've seen a turret drop like near the same time with full plates. It's pretty disgusting. IG are going to just force a turn though with that global ultimate power. Owen had no idea. You just can't account for this Pantheon flying on in, and ooh, that one's going to stink for Bin. Does not flash over that wall. Nearly makes it a trade nonetheless, but that is a Shy double kill and a shutdown of this Yorick.
I mean, it was a really nice response there coming through from Invictus Gaming to be able to minimize a bit what those 5 plates being taken was able to do for BLG. But still, I think Bin collected a lot of gold. And the fact that, in general, despite the trade, this Yorick has become so accelerated, it's still a pretty difficult position, I think, for IG to be in. Because now, it's going to be a point where... Ooh.
Good flash. Elk gets away from all those feathers. The blade caller! Oh my word, Beichuan! This is a one-way trip, buddy. Oh. If it was anybody but Saya, I like that play. Anybody but Saya.
He's just taking a sip of his coffee, like everything he was able to earn from those plays earlier on. And now BLG, they look like they want to try and maybe go for some kind of dive, but I think this is a little dangerous.
I'm trying to get the ghouls close enough. I mean, one Spade Slam, he gets at least a plate. Although had to repel. Not going to find it.
Oh, they're going.
Fall through. They're diving on in for all. There's a TP behind, but this Elise is as good as dead. Can the turn come across, though? This is a very strong York.
Yeah,
and in flies
nice.
the Knight with the golden left hand, looking to swat down IG. JJ first to fall. Cease and assist through for the Shy. The counter-strike stun will only delay the inevitable. Great turn from Billy to clean up that skirmish, and their main prize is going to be more plates and more gold to bin.
And Ben is just eating because of all the kills he's picked up, but does mean that if he's not around, there is no Pantheon. BLG are just much stronger.
Yeah, it's like transferable value of these gold leads, right? And
Yeah.
you don't get as much value out of a 1.5k Pantheon ahead as where Bin's at. And maybe we're Knights heading because that looked too easy. And Maiden kill.
He's getting
oh my
slurped.
god, the goals! He got slurped to death. Bin did it. JJ has to watch his top laner fall. This game is slipping out of the grasp of IG minute by minute.
I mean, we're just talking solo kills from both solo laners in rapid succession. While these waves are getting pushed in, no one can really respond to mid lane as well. So Gala is just there, worrying about the cocoon shot to make sure he doesn't end up going down, but still getting chunked out in the process. So really,
Yeah, now he loses
now
his
he's in
turret.
danger.
Oh,
God,
nice Feather Storm. Can't cast it when I lock you down, Beichuan says. Cease and desist, gets the Vault Breaker through. This is the uber aggressive BLG. Talked about it. It's so poetic that the solo lanes get those first 2 kills to set it off because the solo lanes for BLG are the driving force of this game.
Hey, IG, go away. Go away. You're not
Bad
welcome
fight.
here. Bad.
All in for Macaulay right now.
Yeah, he really is. It's also worth noting, too, that, you know, under a lot of circumstances, because the biggest lead right now is between On and Mako. And under normal circumstances, if my support has the biggest lead, I'm calling him an inter because he's taking kills needlessly. But
Right.
this isn't Elise we're talking about. So On has actually been able to rush the Rocket Belt, already has the Seeker's Armbird as well. That damage is actually just really good and very useful here for BLG. So, yeah, honestly, the gold is in a lot of great places at the moment here. Beichuan going to use the Herald to put a little more gold in.
They've got the grubs, so they might jump on out, and that tier 2 turret is down. Rookie again, if you step up a little too far, Knight just Rocket Belt's on top of you, drops the whole Kali combo, so there's nothing you can do. The turret falls. Cloud Dragon was a given for Beichuan, so they have the Dragon stacking on their side, and the windows of opportunity are quickly slamming shut for IG in this one.
They are. I'm really tempted to say they are shots, but, you know, it's only 18 minutes.
Minus between Rock and Hard plays whatever metaphor you want, because they have to swing at least 2 people over to the Shy, Bin, to make sure it doesn't take their every turret they have standing.
Yep.
And by doing that, you open up another bot lane side wave that's pushing against you, and you have a Corki that shreds your mid wave. You're just never in position to contest like anything except your own red buff right now.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. At this point,
Took all your points there. Whoopsies.
no, that's okay. It really feels like there isn't a whole lot else to say. IG, you basically want to be playing into a lane that's not Yorick, because unless you commit like four people, you're not going to really get anything effective done. And if you commit 4 people, well, you're going to lose so much elsewhere. But I think they're taking this slow because there aren't very many easy options for them to be playing for. Maybe they just want to farm until they can reach. Oh my god. Farm until they can reach some crucial item break points. I mean, Rookie is really close to his second item. Gala actually already has the Flicker Blade. So the Zaya is feeling pretty good. Maybe IG could use that on this next streak.
Yeah, the push and pull is already coming through. We do see the Bin. Did get a reset in. He's going to head back topside. He does have teleport. Beichuan, very aggro. Going to start the Octagon on his own. They have so many advancing wards, though. They just perfectly track JJ and Gala. So while this is a slow start, the finish will come across a bit quicker here as Elk will help shred it. They're going to TP in Bin, though, as IG are starting to posture to try and get in for this Octagon, but it is a burning away before they even get a look at it. Octagon goes the way of BLG, and they will just run their way out. I can't believe I'm saying this. They don't want to fight. They don't need to fight.
Well, you're right that they don't need to. And to be honest, it's fine to walk away too. I'm surprised the Shy actually goes for that TP. It was over before he channeled it. Oh, are we just sending it?
We're 5-manning for a tier 1 turret. They get a 2-man shockwave onto Elk and Beichuan. That's going to earn them the turret, so all right.
Sure. That's technically League of Legends.
They got some flashes. That's not present here, and Knight's about to show you why, at least for the shy point, as he starts throwing hands. Problem for Knight is that JJ, oh my god, they have all of IG. This is a 4-man on tonight. This guy, all right, the wave's not even here.
It was to clear the wave.
Okay, all right, so they get the wave up. Knight, oh, the flash does not come before the stun. A good try to sneak on out, but he will fall along with that tier 1 turret. They're going to give away that Cloud Soul Drake up to Cloud Soul Point. So at least this time around, IG are cross-mapping to try and even out some of these plays.
I mean, this is exactly what I was talking about, to be fair. Like, you can't make this kind of play onto Yorick. It's going to be too costly. It's going to take too long. So Knight is really your only option there, inside lane.
Lose all my credibility.
It's literally all gone in one fell swoop. It would be terrible.
Let's see. Baron up in 40 seconds. Sideways aren't in a terrible spot yet for IG, but Knight is shoving away at this bot side that someone's going to have to go answer. Looks like it might be Gala. No, he's going to cancel his reset, so big wave coming crashing in. I do see that Rookie is in base, so he will answer that nonetheless. But again, the push, the pull, the jockeying of IG's positioning on the map is so critical to some of these lane states that if they are overloading to cover bot side, I don't see why BLG don't just pull the trigger on a Baron play.
Yeah, they very much could. Right now, I mean, we're seeing more items come through. Gala, to his credit, despite how this game has been going, is very strong. Has reached that 3rd item. So I think at this point, you just want to bring him to even numbers, or maybe slightly in your favor numbers play, and try and use that damage he's built up to create some kind of advantage. It's tough, because again, you have to ignore Bin. It's just not an option for you. You just have to see what else you can go for, whatever Mako can fish for.
Now you don't really have the option to try and punish Knight either. Like, that was the original play. It's Patron looking for a way in. Good damage from onto Gala. He has the red buff, so he'll have to heal up a bit here. As Knight swings on in from the bot side. These are the types of comps you have to play. It still comes down to executing that early game phase, but if you do, if you're in even a neutral state, like, IG are pretty lost.
It feels like they are. Pings coming through means they want to fight for this next Drake. It is Cloud Soul for BLG, so they have to try and do something. That's why they actually are kind of in an okay spot. They're able to push top a little further than they have the last, like, 10 minutes or so. So now should give them a pretty decent opportunity to go for Drake. But, of course, BLG, they don't care. They have enough damage. They can take Baron really quickly, so IG, unfortunately, have to respond.
Yeah, it's like, we dare you to trade a Cloud Drake for Baron right now. Like, that's,
yeah, that would be so funny.
It's not a trade they can make, so they're going to force the TP out of the Shy. It was below a 5k Baron HP, and the Maiden is not letting it reset. On isn't either. Finally, it comes through. BLG will take the win of getting that TP out of the Shy and calm things back down, but they've lost track towards the mid lane. And with Demolish, down goes that turret. BLG look for a fight angle in. On dashes forward a little bit precariously. He has the stasis and the repel available. Flank coming out for Patron. Maybe BLG finally do want to fight a 5v5 in IG's wheelhouse without Mako even healthy enough to try and add to the fire. The battle lines not going to force anything further for now. IG continue to backpedal. The Shy tries to hold off any sort of flank angles. Now, we jockey around the Cloud Soul, but IG, they really just aren't in a position to ever fight this one, and boy, did Knight show them why, bopping them down with the golden left hand for Billy Gaming. It took forever for a fight to break out, but when it came, it was a wash. Down fall IG just like that. An ace at the 29th minute mark.
And a big ace at that, because I'm pretty sure that's going to be the end of the series here. Slayer, the spawn timers are too long, and while it wasn't as fast as what we're used to, it ended up being pretty exciting.
The series had no lasting stakes on your group ascent standings, but momentum-wise, down falls the IG win streak in 2 defiantly dominating games for BLG. They play the map better, and they go into playoffs 12-6.
And they sure do. And again, it really wasn't just about, it wasn't about any standings. The standings for these teams were locked. It was just about scrapping it out for the love of the game, Slayer. And you love to see it.